99.5 The X.
So how's the road treating you, man?
It's treating us good, man. So far, so good. You know, we're out there busting your ass, trying to make a name for ourselves, playing all these wonderful festivals, and you know, sharing the stage with lots of cool people, lots of bands, and you know, we're trying to kick ass out there, man.
Wildest time you had yet?
Wildest time. It's just too many
Wild
to
can
count.
be relative. I mean, it could be what you consider wild, or
I had this crazy triple-decker burger at catering. That's wild to me.
they really take care of you at catering.
Yeah,
don't
well,
they?
you know, you got to get more than what they tell you to get.
They bring us rice and water.
So, you got to live on the edge. You know what I mean?
But other than that, man, how is it getting the music out there, being out there in front of fans, and building the whole fan base and getting everything rolling?
Well, it's a lot of hard work, man. You know, I mean, festivals like these, you got people basically there to see you, and half the time they don't know who you are when you're at our level. But you know, aside from the festivals, you got shows that, you know, that not very many people sometimes when you're actually headlining, and you know, again, it's making a name for yourself, and it takes a lot of hard work, but it's a lot of fun in the process. And you do festivals like this that, you know, just makes you feel like you're on top of the world, you know, playing to a bunch of people. So it's awesome.
Well, I understand that, man, and it's dog eat dog. You spend all that time on gas and tires and engine repair and equipment maintenance, food, triple burgers.
Triple burgers.
But I'll tell you what, man, you got to have a true passion for it to do
Definitely.
it day in, day out.
I agree.
And has there been what do you guys do to keep sane on the road? I mean, you're in tight quarters, you're always traveling, you're playing gigs. You got to get on one another's nerves. Do you guys have a release?
I mean, you know, the good thing about it is that we get along really well. You know, we make fun of each other quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that's what keeps us sane, you know, because it's just, if you take everything so serious, you know, it's just like you're bound to just get tired of it and want to just give it all up, you know. So we make the best of it, and it's not for everybody. You know, the road definitely, I've always said, it separates the men from the boys.
You can't be sensitive if you want to be a king, right?
No. Good,
you need to put that on a T-shirt.
That's a good one. That's a good. We'll have to talk to our merch guy about that. Oh wait, you're talking to him. Oh.
There you go. Well, hey, I'll take a portion of the profit. But regardless, though, I mean, there's who's the jokester of the bunch? You guys pick on one another a lot. Somebody's got to stand out as having all the one-liners all the time.
I don't know. I like to say I'm pretty good with the one-liners, picking out funny things about each other. Eddie, I would say, is probably the best at that. Pepe is, I mean, I think we're all very creative when it comes to jokes. We all have our own way of you know, finding things about each other to make fun of. But I would have to say that we're all pretty damn good. Not to toot our own horn, but
best moment yet? What is it?
Jeez, we're talking about in a whole career span, or
whatever. It can be whatever. The first thing that comes to mind. Best moment with the boys at Kyng.
Oh man, being introduced to and asked to introduce us to the crowd by James Hetfield from a certain band called Metallica. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
Little band,
yeah.
No, how did that go, man? Did you get a chat with him beforehand?
Yes. We chatted with him for about 10 minutes prior to starting our set. It was just an amazing moment. You know, I see my drummer, you know, warming up on his drum set, and I see my guitar player. He's all like antsy, and he looks kind of like worried, and I'm like, well, this is not like him. I said, hey Eddie, what's wrong? You okay? He's like, yeah. I said, what's up? He's like, dude, there's James Hetfield. And I look over, and he's like in a little golf cart heading over to our stage, and I was like, whoa, he can't be going to our stage. And then I start to get a little nervous, and my back's facing the crowd. I'm facing my drummer and his drum riser, and he's like, hey, you okay? I said, yeah. He's like, are you nervous? I said, yeah, a little bit. And I told him, are you? And he says, no. I said, well, do me a favor, don't look over to your right. And he's like, oh, you son of a... He looks over, and up walks James Hetfield onto the stage. And as we see him walking on the stage, somebody taps me on the shoulder, one of his people, and they're like, hey, James Hetfield wants to meet you guys. Is that okay? And we're like, yeah.
Badass.
So yeah, we went over to the side stage, talked to him for about 10 minutes. Really awesome conversation about, you know, Los Angeles, us being from there, him being from there. I grew up in the city, like over where he was from, and it was just amazing. The conversation we had was very like cohesive, you know. And he's like, hey, do you guys mind if I introduce you guys to the public? And we're like, you know, let me check.
Who says no to that?
Right, of course, you know. So yeah, you know, got up there and introduced us to the crowd, and the rest is history, man. But that's one of the moments I would have to say.
So he sought you out. That's what's awesome.
Yes. Well, it was the first Orion Festival and he listens to a lot of satellite radio, and I guess that's where he went to find bands, and he picked us from the litter. He just kind of asked one of the program directors over there, and the program director dropped our name, and then he had told him, yeah, I already know those guys. He's like, yes, definitely, I want those guys. So
that's
pretty
hell
much
of a milestone in the career,
oh my
man.
God, yes. We're still trying to reach that level again, since then. So
like I said, man, you just keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully that next step and something like that'll happen again, man.
Yeah,
that's badass.
We're still continuously, having those moments. We went out with Megadeth. We became really good friends with Dave Mustaine. Every now and then we'll text each other, and he responds right away, which is very weird. I would think he'll get back to me maybe 2 weeks later.
Texting guy.
You know what? Nobody does. I didn't. But the guy's a super nice guy. Went on tour with him, and it was just amazing. It was just an amazing.
I'm just picturing Dave Mustaine typing away.
Oh wait,
LOL.
How do you spell? Wait a minute. How do you spell Megadeth? That's without the A.
That's awesome, man. Well, badass. Congrats on this. The success, and hopefully it's going to continue, man. This is a dog-eat-dog business, but you guys are kicking it, and that's all you can do, man.
That's all we can do, man. We let the music do the talking, and it's up to the fans whether or not they want to, seek us out or not. So, and we thank you guys, WXNR and other stations that give us the opportunity to have a voice and tell people what we're about and
absolutely
and where we're at and all that good stuff. So.
Absolutely. You know what? Without you guys out there, how are you going to know about these guys here on the X? That's why we're chatting with them. They kick ass.
It's all a circle.
They're Hetfield recommended. It's Kyng.
Hetfield recommended, Mustaine approved.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man. That was a good time.